Make P.F. Chang lettuce wraps. First of all, put some olive oil in your pan over about medium-high heat. Get it a little warm. Then we're going to put in 2 pounds of ground chicken. I ground it myself because it costs too much to buy it. Just put it in my Ninja and ground it. Now we're going to brown this. Break it up as we go. Okay, the chicken's all brown. No pink. We'll add everything else. Got half an onion chopped. 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped ginger. 4 cloves of garlic. I use the jar kind. Half a cup of hoisin sauce. I call it Asian barbecue sauce. This is the only thing with carbs. 2 tablespoons white wine vinegar. 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. And 1 tablespoon sriracha. Stir that all around. 2 green onions, 2 cans of water chestnuts chopped.
If you don't like avocados, you're gonna love it after this. Now let's go ahead and have it. Take out this. Scoop it out. Add in a little condensed milk. And then add ice.
Hi everyone, today I want to show you this soup that I like to drink after workout. It's very light but delicious. To start, we're going to put beef short ribs in the water, add a ginger, scallion, cooking wine, Sichuan peppercorn, bring to boil for a few minutes, and we're going to slice some scallion. Simply peel and chop the Korean radish into small chunks. It's ready to go. Now let's check back on the soup. Simply remove the residue and take the short ribs out. Start a new pot with water and ginger. Continue to cook. Well, for someone who is from Chongqing, we always love to have some spicy dipping sauce added to the soup, so this step is optional if you just want to have a light soup. After 30 minutes or so, we're going to finally add in the white radish, cook it for another 20 minutes, and add in some salt, chicken powder, and scallion. There you have it. It's delicious.
The COVID vaccine, why not? Let's bring out the good stuff first. Get yourself a little bit of this 1942 tequila in there. To about right there. After that, what else? Little Remy XO. You guys probably think I'm crazy for doing this, but we need the good stuff to cure this. Little Remy XO for you. Next, little Clase Azul. Little dash in there. Little taste. Just a little taste. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, guys. There it is, the COVID vaccine. There's only one way to shoot this. Here we go.
Are you on the keto diet? Then you're not gonna like this. We're gonna do 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 stick of butter, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 cup of Carol syrup, melt that down, and let it boil just till the edges are boiling. Grab popcorn, pirate booty, or corn puffs. And I'm doing the cheddar pirate booty. I like the mixture of the sweet and kind of cheesy. Mix that all together. Add some more if you have extra sauce. If you want to go the extra step, go ahead and put it in a container. Look at that. For Christmas, for your neighbors. Otherwise, just eat it yourself. Finger licking good here.
Let's make some tomato soup. Here are the ingredients you'll need. Cut the onion in large pieces. Transfer to a bowl. Remove the core of the tomatoes. I like to use Roma tomatoes because they provide more flavor and more color to this soup. Quarter your tomatoes. Melt the butter and add the onion and toss. Add the tomato and crank up the heat. When it starts to boil, we're gonna lower the heat and let it simmer until everything is cooked. And now we're gonna puree your tomatoes. We didn't add any water to the tomatoes. Now let's puree your soup. Return your soup to the pot. Bring it to a simmer and season with salt and pepper. And add 1 cup of heavy cream. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar to balance the sweetness of your tomato. Let's siphon up our basil. Let's add the basil. Stir from my kitchen.
On top, bake it in the oven.
This video says it's delicious to take brie cheese, stuff it into a pickle, and deep fry it. I'm not convinced, so I'm gonna give it a try. First up, grab an apple core and core out the center of a pickle. Now that we've cored our pickles, it is time to take our brie cheese. All right, let's get a close-up shot of this just absolutely nasty process. And then just wrap it in phyllo dough. And I'm just gonna fry all 3 in here until nice and golden brown. All right, my pickles are done. Let's see if we get the iconic cheese pull. Oh.
Today we're going to make the moist maker sandwich from France. So start with a slice of bread, add your turkey on top, then cover with creamy mashed potatoes over the turkey. Then we're going to add the moist maker, which is a slice of bread that's been soaked in gravy. Add some more turkey on top of that, and then we're going to top that with some stuffing. And then next you're going to add cranberry sauce to a slice of bread, top that. I decided to put mine on the panini press because I wanted to add some grill marks to it, and then just cut it on up and you have a delicious sandwich.
I ate these all the time in Hawaii and I'm going to show you how to make it. So first we're going to make a marinade of equal parts soy sauce and sugar, and you want to cook that down until it's reduced and caramelized. Next we're going to use a can to cut out the layer of eggs, and then we're going to make the mold with the can and plastic wrap. So you want to use short or medium grain rice, which is sticky. Pack that in really well. Add some furikake seasoning, add the egg, Spam, then finish off with a layer of seaweed. And here we have Spam musubi.
Today we are making one of the best TikTok recipes I found. I tagged the creator of the recipe below, so here we go. 2 packs of chicken tenders, salt, pepper, chili flakes, turmeric, paprika. He calls for Cajun, but I'm using Creole. 1 egg, flour, and water. Now we mix it up. It's gonna look like this. Then put it in the oil. And we're gonna leave this frying for 10 minutes. Here's what it comes out like.
It's cold. Time for some chili.
3 pounds of beef. Dice some onions. Heat up a stock pot. Beef into your stock pot. Once you transfer your beef, toss your onions in the same pan. All right, once your onions are nice and brown, they go in the pot too. All right, 4 cups of beef broth. Tablespoon minced garlic. 6 ounces of tomato paste. 2 cans diced tomatoes. 2 cans tomato sauce. All right, trigger warning. Beans go in this chili. All right, add some cumin. Some chili powder. We're gonna throw in some flavor guide everything too, just because. Stir it up. A little sour cream, some cheddar cheese.
Being a full-time working mom, there's days when I try to keep dinner pretty simple. Today I made some salmon with some salt and pepper and then steamed some shrimp. All of my kids like salmon and shrimp, but they all have different preferences on the sauce that they want. By keeping the ingredients simple, each kid can add whatever sauce they like. I'm having mine with spicy seafood dipping sauce, which only takes about 5 minutes.
This year got ugly and we had to spend it all inside. But now it's almost done. We learned so much from it, like 1,000 ways to bake a pie.
Unconventional Thanksgiving means that pecan blondies can be at the table, and espresso cream cheese is necessary because this year has been tiring as it is. All of the ingredients for the blondies and the cream cheese frosting will be on my website. Now, the key to a perfect blondie comes down to how well you cream together the butter and the sugar. If you're like me and didn't have access at the moment to a stand mixer or regular handheld mixer, a fork works fine. You just have to make sure to blend it super well. When you're whipping the mixture, you want the color to change from like an amber to a cream, and this creates aeration in the batter so that it can kind of rise up when it's baking. Another key tip that we pretty much know at this point is to fold in the flour and not mix it in. This helps to not activate the gluten in the dough. If you want to get spicy, you can also brown the butter or vegan butter you're using before you cream it with the sugar. Lastly, fold in your chopped pecan to whatever other nut you're going to add and pour it into a greased baking dish. I didn't film this step, but make sure to add some flour to the dish before pouring the batter in, and then bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. Like a brownie, you want the edges to be crispy and the center to be gooey. Now,
okay, you guys, I have never met anyone that does not love crab and cream cheese wontons. They are my go-to appetizer. I bring them to every single event and they are always a hit. I am air frying mine today at about 350 for about 10 minutes. I flipped halfway through. They always come out super golden and crispy and just melt in your mouth. Serve with a side of sweet chili.
Let's make crab fries. Cut our French fries. Please leave the skin on. Now we're gonna double fry these. First a few minutes at 325. Now we'll get them nice and crispy at 375. This is the new definition of crispy right here. Hit them with a little Old Bay. Steam these bad boys for a few minutes. These are the last few limbs of Mr. Krabs. Take out our crab. Start with a nice pile of our fries. Shred some crab all over it. Finish with a little aioli and a few fresh microgreens. That's the best bite.
This is purple sea moss, and I'm going to show you how to make sea moss gel.
Soak it in a bowl of fresh water and lemon juice to get rid of some of the sea salt.
Strain that water out, put it back in a blender with fresh water, and blend. I like to use a sealed container, like a mason jar, put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Magic.
Sea moss has 96 vitamins and minerals, and in my next videos, I'll show you how to use it.
Here's how to make a banging homemade sausage and egg McMuffin. First get yourself some sausages, remove the outer skin, roll them into balls, dust with some flour and then flatten them out into burger shapes. Bit of oil in a pan, cook the burgers until they're pretty much done. Then you can make a start on the eggs. I use these cookie cutters because it keeps them in a nice circle shape. Then once they're done, cut off any excess, ketchup, sausage, egg, bun and...
Time for another Gordon Ramsay recipe. We're doing a skirt steak with chimichurri. Generously grind some salt and pepper on your steak, then add as key ingredient espelette pepper. Generously drizzle with olive oil, and then very gently score your steak against the grain. Give your steak a flip, rinse, and repeat. Now you need to get your griddle nice and hot and the steak will cook fast. Gordon recommends pressing gently down with your tongs to really get some nice sear marks. After 2 minutes, flip and repeat the process. Meanwhile, you can marvel at the sight of your steak. Finally, top that with Gordon Ramsay's chimichurri, which we made in the last video, and you've got a beautiful skirt steak.
This is the story how I made a hot Cheeto edible cup. Peel the bell pepper. I legit had a lot of fails. Alright, this is my last chance to save the world. When I had this, it doesn't stick. Barely. Let's see what this one. Innovation. Yes! It's working. Use a spoon to put the flour on better. Get the bottom of the butt. Smash. Egg mixture. Has to be fast. I'm gonna twirl it. Twirl. Oof. Time for the hot Cheeto. Woo. Keep picking it up and turning it. We're missing a spot. I'll just put a little bit of egg wash and just put it right on top. Squish it in there. I grab it from under. Lay it like this. So the hole is in the bottom. Put it right inside the air fryer. Ah! Stick that sucker in and 7 minutes on 400 degrees. Let's check it out. Look at this beautiful creation. Steamy, air fried roasted. Add the noodles in. More hot Cheeto crumble. Furikake.